If you've ever noticed your cat ignoring a perfectly clean water bowl, you're definitely not alone. A lot of pets naturally prefer moving water over still water, which is exactly why pet water fountains have become so popular over the last few years. But with so many options available, the big question is the PETLIBRO Water Fountain actually one of the best pet water fountains you can buy? Or is it just another smart gadget that sounds better than it performs? Today, we're taking a closer look at the PETLIBRO Dockstream 2, a stainless steel pet water fountain that adds app connectivity, hydration tracking, and a few unique features that make it stand out from typical automatic pet water fountains. All featured products are linked in the description below. Let's get into it. First impressions are pretty solid. The PETLIBRO Water Fountain has a modern design that doesn't scream pet product. It looks clean, simple, and something you wouldn't mind leaving out in your living room or kitchen. One thing I immediately like is the stainless steel drinking tray. If you've owned plastic fountains before, you probably know they can develop odors or scratches over time. Stainless steel is generally easier to keep clean and tends to be a more hygienic option. The water capacity is also pretty generous at 3 liters. That means fewer refills, which is always a win if you have a busy schedule or multiple pets sharing the same fountain. Now let's talk about the feature that makes this a smart pet water fountain. The PETLIBRO app. Most fountains simply circulate water and that's it. This one actually tracks your pet's drinking habits. You can see hydration history, monitor drinking patterns, and check when your pet tends to drink throughout the day. For some pet owners, that might sound like overkill, but if you've ever had a pet get sick unexpectedly, you'll know that changes in drinking behavior can sometimes be one of the first signs that something isn't right. Having access to that information can actually be pretty useful. Of course, it's not a replacement for a veterinarian, but it can help you notice unusual changes earlier than you otherwise might. Another thing worth mentioning is the Wi-Fi connectivity. The fountain supports both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks, which makes setup easier compared to some smart pet devices that only work on one network type. Moving on to water quality, the PETLIBRO Dockstream 2 uses a 4-layer filtration system. According to PETLIBRO, the filters help remove fur, odors, and other impurities from the water. If you have a pet that sheds constantly, you'll probably appreciate this feature because floating fur in water bowls can get annoying pretty quickly. The fountain also keeps water circulating continuously, helping keep it fresh and more appealing to pets. Now let's talk about one of my favorite upgrades, the pump-free design. Traditional pet fountains often have pumps sitting directly inside the water tank, which can be a pain to clean. With this design, there are fewer parts exposed to water, making maintenance much simpler. And honestly, anything that makes cleaning easier is a big advantage because pet products only work if you're willing to maintain them consistently. As for noise levels, PETLIBRO advertises whisper quiet operation based on user feedback. It seems to be one of the quieter automatic pet water fountains available. That's especially important if the fountain is located in a bedroom, office, or other quiet area of your home. Another thoughtful touch is the anti-knockover design. If you own a cat, you probably know some of them treat every object in your house like a personal engineering experiment. The fountain is designed to stay stable even when curious paws start investigating. Of course, no product is perfect. The hydration tracking works best for monitoring one pet at a time, so if you have several cats sharing the same fountain, the data won't always be perfectly individualized. It's also designed primarily for cats and small dogs rather than large breed dogs, and like any filtered fountain, you'll need to replace filters regularly and clean the unit weekly to keep everything running properly. So, who is this fountain best for? If you're looking for a basic budget fountain, there are definitely cheaper options available. But if you want a stainless steel pet water fountain with smart features, hydration monitoring, easy maintenance, and a larger water capacity, the PETLIBRO Dockstream 2 becomes a much more interesting option. It feels like PETLIBRO took a standard automatic pet water fountain and added features that actually have a practical purpose instead of adding technology just for marketing. And if you're already using a PETLIBRO automatic feeder, this fountain fits nicely into the same smart pet care ecosystem. Overall, I think PETLIBRO did a good job balancing convenience, cleanliness, and useful technology. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you think hydration tracking is something pet owners actually need, or do you prefer keeping things simple with a traditional fountain? Let me know down in the comments. And if you'd like to check current pricing or learn more about the PETLIBRO Water Fountain, you'll find links in the description below. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe for more honest pet product reviews and smart pet gadgets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.